Well, good morning, everyone. There's Bruno. And there's Winston. Yeah, there's Winston. They got kind of free run in the garage today, so we're going to show you what I picked up and let them wrestle and chase each other around. Yeah, if they're not separated, this is pretty much what they'll do in the house all day long, if you let them. But yeah, they get along so well. And it's usually Winston that instigates it, but there's times where Bruno does. And while Bruno sounds all grumpy and fierce, he really doesn't mean him any harm at all. And they'll just sit there and they'll do this until they're tuckered out. So we'll let them go about their playtime, and I'll get you in the stand and show you what I picked up. Okay. Last 3 days here in the Midwest. Today's Thursday morning. It's 6:15 in the morning. I've been up for about an hour. I had to get the garbages and recycling ready. But last Sunday, we went to go to the old town that we lived in to get some grocery store stuff and hit Goodwill. Now, usually I don't have much luck at Goodwill, but this last Sunday I sure did. Picked this toolbox, saw this toolbox. It's a Ward Master. It's got some age on it. Set in a garage, probably even a barn maybe. I'm thinking more of a garage or a basement. I paid $20.99. At first I just thought, oh, it's a toolbox, let me see what kind of shape it's in. Well, lo and behold, when I opened it up, it's a cantilever. It had some tools in it. So I just kind of rummaged around a little bit and thought, well, okay, sure. I mean, why not? And so I threw it in the cart after kind of looking around in it. And certainly, I thought, okay, it's worth $20. So let me show you what's in here. There's 15 tools in all, so 15 tools in the toolbox. It's like 16 pieces. Comes about maybe $1.40, $1.50 a piece. Thought, sure, that's a pretty good deal. So let's dive into this and see what we got. Okay. Put the tool tray back in here. All right. The first thing that I saw in there was a hex key set. I don't know if that's focusing in for you guys, but it says Royal. And I thought it had a tool pouch in it, but the manufacturer somehow, or somebody decided to staple all around it. And what I kind of noticed is that it is kind of open on the inside. So I think, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe I'll keep it in there. Looks like, okay. Oh, it is got a tool pouch in there, or a roll. But somebody decided to leave it in the cardboard paper. And I think that's what I'm going to do too. So that's the first thing I saw. The next thing I saw, and these are always pretty cool because I love finding these old style. There's really no brand name on it. It does say Japan, but it is a complete standard socket set that uses like these T handles. It's got 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. And then it still has like the reversible ratchet. Real nice clicky click on that. It's not rusted up. It's got 3/8, the 1/2 inch, a T-bar or L-bar to it, I guess. I think that's 1/4 inch. And then it has, get this off for you. The socket. Let's see if I can zoom you guys in a little bit more. Well, let's see here. Let's get you a little closer and a little bit more down. There we go. All the sockets are in great shape. It has the adapter for the ratchet to go from 1/2 inch to 3/8. And then it also has the 1/2 inch with the little screwdriver bit on the end also. Well, I found kind of strange. I don't know if this is something that's inside there or what, but there's like little brass. I wonder if that is for, I don't know if you guys can see that in there, a little star, like almost like a reverse Torx. I wonder if that's what those are for. Yeah, here we go. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but it almost looks like it's for smaller fasteners of some sort. But it was made in Japan, but I don't have a year, and I don't have a brand name. So I don't know when or who made this. It just might be a cheapy little thing, but who knows? Oh, the boys are going in. Just a second. Oops. Okay. So that's all I know about that one. And then put that in there. So I thought that was kind of neat for whatever reason. Now I do have a Hinsdale socket set, and an Auto Park socket set. The Hinsdale set was made by Hinsdale out of Chicago. That's in one of my earlier videos, so you can check that out if you'd like. It's like one of the first videos I ever did on that. But brief summary, it made in Chicago. Company was in business probably late 19-teens to the stock market crash when it fell apart. But I found out that SK was the one that supplied them with the stock. And then later on, when Hinsdale went bankrupt due to the stock market crash, SK sold it to the stock to Craftsman. So, a little history there. The next thing that I saw in there is another one of these socket rail sets with the Allen key style handle in it. And when you look, I looked underneath to see if maker's mark. I don't know if this is going to show up very well. It's right there. But it does say Indestro. I don't know if I can get that to show up for you, but it does say it. There it is, Industro, right along here. So I thought, hey, that alone is pretty decent. So that's all that was in the top tool tray. Oh, here we go again. You guys are silly. Then, pardon me, pardon my reach. Found a coping saw in here, and I do believe this is, yeah, Popular Mechanics is what that says on there. So I thought, that's kind of neat. I don't have one of these. And it's in relatively good shape. There's some like paint or whatever on the handle, but I imagine I can get that off and redo the handle and just kind of polish this all up a little bit. There's another like little tree saw, pistol grip style. It is a great neck, but it's an older one, I think, because the handle is plastic, but it has that really neat Art Deco style design to it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this black stuff was kind of all over the handle, and tub of towels. Got most of that off. I haven't finished it all up yet or cleaned up. The saw blade could probably be replaced. It is a little bit on the tweaked side. These have a tendency, I think, to bend fairly easy, but I still like the handle on that. I thought it came out pretty good. Cool with that Art Deco style handle. It was kind of a weird looking screwdriver. I haven't found any maker mark on it. I don't know if it doesn't even look like it had a ferrule on it at one time. I don't know, but maybe this is something somebody made, because there's a pin in it in the side, and then there's a striking cap on the end of it. And the only time I've run across a pin in the side of it was with that old cabinet maker screwdriver I did a few months ago in an earlier video also. So, I mean, it does, the shaft kind of wiggles around in there. I wonder if somebody put that in there to keep that from doing it. But who knows? We'll maybe clean that up and make a daily user out of it. Okay. Then there was 4 hammers. Okay. A tack hammer that kind of wobbles around, but we can fix that. I've had some pretty good luck with doing some hammers. I do not see, well, there's some printing, but it is so far probably gone. I probably won't be able to raise that up in there. Yeah, nice little tack hammer. Thought that was kind of neat. A claw hammer. Now, this is very rudimentary. It's been banged around a little bit on the head, but just the quality of the molding, you know, I mean, it's got that mold mark on it. It's kind of got a really weird style fitting on there. So I don't know if this is just kind of like a Regal, like when you go to Ace, Regal tools, they got kind of a bin there for some cheapy tools, what have you. But that head's on there pretty good. So we just might clean him up a little bit, redo the handle. I mean, he's in there pretty tight. Get rid of that mold mark. Maybe get rid of some of that black paint or casting residue. Not quite sure. I don't know, that head's been pretty beat on, but we might be able to at least clean them up. It's kind of a light purpose hammer. Okay, the other one is I don't know if, never seen this name before. Let's see if I can get it. It says Tyrod, Tyrod. And said chrome vanadium or chrome something on there. But yeah, this one here, when they set the head on it, they didn't do a very good job. And I think I could probably do a better job than that. This is kind of beat up, nicked up down here, as you can see. However, I was thinking maybe I could just cut it off and then reshape this here with the sander and do that, because I mean the handle itself, it's a pretty long handle. I don't even know if this is, but I'm finding real long handles on some of these smaller head ball peens, and I'm not quite sure of what the theory was to generate that much energy on such a small head or a small handle, but maybe somebody else knows. But all in all, the handle looks pretty good, I think. Then this one here I thought was kind of neat. This one says Champion, I think Champion Dearmament. I don't know if you guys can make that out on there or not. Champion Dearmament. This one's been banged around a little bit too. I thought this was kind of neat, but unfortunately, as you can see probably right here, there's a crack and it goes down to about here, and then there's a split that goes all the way down here, and I'm thinking this is going to be one of those deals where I'm going to try and do like Scoutcrafter did at one time with the wire wrap, because I do have wire. The head in it is pretty good. I like the handle. It's kind of small, but of course, another handle cleanup. But yeah, that crack goes all the way like that, and then all the way down here. But I think that maybe, you know, I can get it to tighten up and maybe use it once we get it all sanded down and everything. I mean, something that small, I don't see where you would be using a whole lot of force on it to begin with to generate enough power to hit that. That must have hit something else, or somebody was really whacking the crap out of it. Looks like there is some more, maybe somebody's initials on there, I can't tell. But another cleanup. But yeah, Champion Dearmament. I don't know, I'll have to check that one out. So that's it for the hammers. There's metal shears. No name on that. Well, there is a maker mark on it. Let's see. Is that Keen Cutter? I think it is. I think it says Keen Cutter on there. Let's see if I can get it to come up on the camera. Yeah, Keen Cutter. Unfortunately, the tip is broke off. But I wonder if it would still work, you know, like maybe cutting some drain pipe or whatever. I don't know. It looks like it's been put through the ringer itself, doesn't it? But still not a bad tool. I mean, it's good, solid, and heavy. Then there's 3 crescent wrenches. This one here is a no name. Looks like somebody decided to replace the, I don't understand this either, but the pin with a screw. Yeah, I don't. Probably take that out, maybe measure it out, make my own pin. Again, clean up. It's a no name. So, wait a minute, what's this down here? Yeah, I can't see what that's supposed to say. Made in Germany? I'll be dipped. Here, let me get a wire brush. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if we can get a better view of that. Well, I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, I think that without my glasses. Yeah, made in Germany. Huh. So maybe there is something to this one here. It's got stars on the end of it. It says drop forged steel on it. God, I wish I could get this to focus better. But yeah, I think that says made in Germany. Huh. Well, that's going to be probably worth the effort to figure out. Yeah. And then the other one is a Fleet. As you see there, 10-inch. And all these have the screwable pins that I can remove to get those cleaned up. This one's been banged around a little bit, but not too bad. I mean, it still moves fairly well. It's kind of tight, but I imagine it's kind of gooey in there. But yeah, once we get that in evaporus and taken apart and wire wheeled, I imagine that'll be pretty smooth. Yeah, it's pretty smooth out here. So I just think that there's probably some in there. But yeah, that one's a Fleet. And then the other one is a Crestalloy. And that's an 8-inch also from Crescent. So I don't know what year or when this was made, but it is a Crestalloy from Crescent. And it works out pretty good too. So I think that was a pretty good haul for, well, yeah, they don't charge tax at Goodwill. So yeah, I paid $21 for all this. I think that's a pretty good, should probably show you the inside of the toolbox too. It's a little dirty, but nothing's rusted out. I mean, there's still some rust on the hinges. I could probably get those rods out. And there's a little bit of rust, but it doesn't look like it's eating its way through. But all in all, for, you know, a Ward Master, which I think Montgomery Wards might have put out at one time, then probably clean these fittings up, the hardware on it. And so I don't think I did too bad for $21 for all that. I know I sold a couple of the toolboxes I had at our garage sale that we had a few weeks ago. And so with that being said, I was told that I couldn't, until I got rid of some or did something with them, I wasn't allowed to bring another toolbox home. But I had sold 3 at our garage sale, and so I get to bring home 1. The struggle's real, guys. You know what it's like. And so that is what I found. That is what I picked up. Oh, I also picked up another item. There's a resale shop, consignment shop up in Iowa City called Stuff. And I picked up this LED light bar for $4.49. What am I going to use it for? I don't know, but these ain't cheap. So I picked it up. Who knows what I'll use it for? Haven't decided yet. Oh, we got a cicada in the garage. Oh, that's lovely. It's got Winston all juiced up. So that is what we have found. So thanks for letting me show off what I scrounged up. And let's check on the boys. Okay, well, there's Winston. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Oh, say hi to everybody. Oh, there's Bruno. He come over here too to get his little lovers too. Okay, one at a time, one at a time. Okay, so from the boys and me, and Winston, Bruno, and me, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for more subscribers. Really love it. Really do. Really appreciate it. Thanks again. It makes you feel good when people like to see what you're doing. And so from the boys and me, as always, keep on tinkering.